Hi, everybody. Welcome back to That's WAC, where I go over the WAC 1110-300. That's the Washington Administrative Code for Early Childhood Providers. Today, we're going to go over 0357, which is Center Mixed Age Group Capacity Ratio and Group Size. So, one, an early learning program must do the following to mixed age groups of children in care, in addition to any specific requirements of this section. B, or I'm sorry, A, meets the square footage and staff to child ratio requirements for the youngest child present in the group. So when you're mixing age groups, let's say you want to mix infants and toddlers, whatever the youngest child is, that's the ratio that you go by. And in Washington State, the ratio for infants is one teacher to four children. For toddlers, it's one teacher to seven toddlers. So if you have an infant, you can only have four children total, as an example. So you wouldn't have seven children with, a few infants thrown in. You'd have to have four. Or if you have, you know, a 2-year-old with the preschoolers, again, the ratio is one teacher to seven toddlers. For preschoolers, it's one teacher to 10 preschoolers. You would have to have no more than seven in that case. So that's what that's saying. You have to meet the health, safety, and developmental needs for all ages of children in a mixed group. So you have to have toys, for all ages. If you're going to mix them, you can't just have preschool toys and then nothing for the toddlers to do. That's all of that. And then you also have to inform the department of the center's mixed age group policy. So, a center early learning program must do the following to mixed age groups of children birth to 36 old with a maximum group size of 8 children. They have to have at least two staff present with the group, consisting of one lead teacher and one other staff member qualified under the chapter, and keep a staff to child ratio of 1 to 4. So, that's why it's eight because there's two teachers. So, every four children to eight. And this is for centers. They also, a center early learning program must do the following to mix age groups of children birth to 36 years old with a maximum group size of 9 children. So if you want to have 9 children, have at least three staff present with the group consisting of one lead teacher and two other staff members qualified under this chapter, and keep a staff to child ratio of 1 to 3. So if you're going to have nine, then the ratio goes down to 3. A center early learning program must do the following to mix groups of children 12 to 36 months old. Have at least two staff present with the group consisting of one lead teacher and one other staff qualified member, and keep the staff to child ratio of 1 to 7 with a maximum group size of 14 children. So that's what I was saying. You have to from 12 to 36 months, which is toddlers, no more than seven for one teacher, 14 children total in a classroom. Uh, for a center must do the following for children 12 to 36 months old. They have at least, so if you want to have more than the 14, you have to have at least three staff with the group consisting of one lead and two other members, and keep the staff ratio of 1 to 5 with a maximum group size of 15 children. So if your classroom can allow more than 14 children, you can have up to 15 children, but there has to be another teacher in there, and the ratio is smaller. So the higher the number of children gets, the more staff that you essentially need. For children between 36 months old to kindergarten, a maximum group size is 20 children and have at least two staff present. The staff, one a lead teacher, the other staff member, the ratio is 1 to 10. And then if you want to go higher, let's see here. A center with a mixed group of ages between 36 months old and kindergarten with a maximum group size of 26 children. So if you want to have 26 children, you have to have at least three staff members present and two, one lead and two others. And then the staff ratio is still 1 to 10. So that one doesn't change. And then with mixed groups of children 4 and 1.5 to 9 years old, 4.5 to 9 years old, they can be a maximum of 20 children. So 4.5 to 9 years old, they're considered the same. And again, it's the 1 to 10 ratio. And then if you want 26, again, it's the same with the 1 to 10 ratio. So it never goes above 10, 1 to 10. When you get into school agers, it does get higher. So like for school agers, which is a different chapter of the Washington Administrative Code, but with school agers, it's one teacher to every 15 children if they're like 5 and older. But if you have any child that's less than 5 years, you go with the younger. So that's 1 to 10. So those are ratio capacities. So if you ever see one teacher with 20 children, that's wrong. Or one teacher with 11 children, that is also wrong. So as a parent, keep out for that. As a teacher, protect yourself because that's when a lot of incidents happen is when you're over ratio. So make sure someone's stepping in when you're about to go over ratio. And I hope you enjoyed and have a good rest of your week.